Hello and welcome back to Onto the Ball. This is just a short 3 or 4 minute video explaining the signing of Cody Gakpo of 35 to 37 million pounds. If you're new to the channel, please remember to like and subscribe. It only takes a second to do. We really appreciate it. Me and my co-hosts Travis and James. What I wanted to go into this video with was FSG, the owners, and their past practices. You got to remember that when we signed Virgil van Dijk in 2018, the joy was short-lived because FSG don't tend to pay for players out of their own pocket. So it was inevitable that someone big was leaving in that same transfer window, which ended up being Philippe Coutinho for a record fee, which we were all glad for. It was great business in the end. But that paid for Virgil van Dijk and, in the end, Alisson. And that's what we've got to be wary of. Another thing was when we signed Luis Diaz in January last year, everyone was over the moon with him. He hit the ground running. What an impact he had on our season, taking us to the FA Cup, League Cup final, nearly winning the league, nearly winning the Champions League, and it was fantastic. But what people didn't realise was that he was signed to replace Sadio Mane, that no one knew was leaving until the end of the season. So he was the direct replacement. And now that we've signed Cody Gakpo, it could be a case of history repeating itself again. Luis Diaz done an interview only a couple of weeks ago, or a couple of months ago, and saying it's his dream to go to La Liga with Real Madrid or Barcelona. And I'm just thinking, when I look at this again, Gakpo plays off the left again. It would be incredibly hard to keep 6 forwards all happy in a functioning squad. Obviously with Firmino, Salah, Diaz, Nunez, Jota, and now Gakpo. So I'm not saying it will happen, and I hope it won't, but FSG very rarely spend money that we haven't generated. So the more I look at it, I'm a bit fearful that maybe Luis Diaz has already made his intention to move on already, because he is 25, 26. It's not like he's young and he can wait 3 or 4 years. If there's interest there, we could be looking to cash in for a big profit straight away. That fee could be somewhere around the 120, 130 million region if Barcelona or Real Madrid wanted to pay it. And that's a great return for a player we signed for around 40 million again. So it wouldn't, all I'm saying is it wouldn't surprise me if Gakpo was brought in as a replacement for a squad player. It could, of course, be Bobby Firmino. We're not renewing his contract. That's better for us as fans, better for the club. Firmino's been a great servant, but if it does turn out we're not renewing his deal, then of course that will be 5 forwards into 3 positions, which would put us in a really healthy position. But I'm just playing devil's advocate and saying what could happen. I hope it doesn't, of course, and I hope, like you say, we've got 5 or maybe even 6 strong attackers if Bobby signs a new deal and is happy to play a bit part. But it'll all come out in the end, I'm sure, in the summer. But it does look like we're not done spending the money in January, going from what Jurgen Klopp's been saying. And he's normally tight-lipped on this, saying that he's happy with the squad he's got. But even he's said that there might be some more incoming. So we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, really happy with the signing of Gakpo. He seems an incredible talent. He was nailed on to go to Manchester United, and he's chose Liverpool. We've stole a march on them. I don't know the reasons why Man United didn't sign him in the end. Maybe they couldn't afford him. Maybe they spent too much in the summer. But yeah, I'm delighted. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do. He's unable to play tonight against Leicester because the transfer window doesn't open till the 1st of January, as well as we have to get a work permit for him. So he might not even be cleared in time to play on the 2nd of January, which is fine. We can wait. We're in no rush. But yeah, delighted with the signing. Hopefully there's 1 or maybe even 2 more coming in the window. That could be in midfield. It's widely tipped that we will be doing some business in the midfield, especially with Keita, Oxlade-Chamberlain and maybe Milner not getting new deals in the summer. That'll be 3 positions opening up in midfield. So lots of Liverpool fans have been saying that they'd rather the money was spent in midfield. Hopefully it's as well as, but like I've just mentioned there, it could mean some outs, of course, because we're a club under FSG that has to balance the books, unfortunately. And this is, of course, all before a potential buyout happens, which may or may not happen. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, remember to like and subscribe. Really means a lot to us, and we'll see you in the next video where I'm sure Trav and James O'Brien will be joining me. Thanks. See you later, guys.